And next, we will hear from Una Fox and Liz Thomas about the Innovation Exchange, a game-changing partnership and programme for SMEs and corporates. Over to you, Una.
Thank you, Heidi. Delighted to be here today talking about the Innovation Exchange. This is a really ambitious €5 million initiative designed to help scaling companies by removing some of the barriers that exist to doing business with big corporates. So to introduce the Innovation Exchange much better than I ever could, have a look at this. So to hear all about this new and unique initiative, I'm really delighted to be joined by Liz Thomas of the Innovation Exchange at Skillnet Ireland. Liz, lovely to have you. Let's jump straight in and talk about what's in the Innovation Exchange for technology scale-ups. I know the core offering is that they get to pitch their solutions directly to big business, but there's a lot more benefits, right?
Yeah, there is. And thanks for having me here today. And I'm delighted to be joining you to talk about the Innovation Exchange. There's a whole package of supports there for SMEs, and that includes mentoring and guidance, and of course, that direct pathway to growth for SMEs that's so important. Some of the key benefits then for the SMEs are plenty of training and upskilling interventions. So we have a whole curated online self-paced learning pathways for them where they can really do some limbering up before they get in front of those corporates. And we've developed some key targeted online masterclasses in 3 crucial areas of pitching, procurement, and international selling. And they always seem to be areas that SMEs like that extra support in. And we have some really great experts speaking on those subject matters. On top of that, like you said, the SMEs then, they get to hear from corporates and those corporate pitches. And the beauty of that is they get direct access to the buyers in organizations, to the decision makers in organizations, and they get time to hear the real challenges that corporates are having and ask questions and see if they might be a right fit. And they'll get really honest feedback about their product or service as well, and how they might use that market intel for themselves. And of course, they also get to hear from their peers of what's happening out in the landscape as well, which is really valuable.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I think you're going to have companies banging the door down. Can anybody join? What would be the profile of your typical technology solutions provider?
Well, obviously, we're looking for really ambitious SMEs that have technology digital innovation solutions and they're looking to grow. We do ask that they're already revenue generating and they have a validated product or service, and they've demonstrated good traction with customers already. And then so long as they're hungry and they're looking for a proven route to expand their business, then the Innovation Exchange is the right avenue for them. I'm conscious of the kind of participants we have on the call today. They might be ready now, or they might be ready a little bit further down the line, and this might be something that's for them a bit further on. It's really super simple to join if you meet that criteria. You just apply online at theinnovationexchange.ie, and the team at Dublin BIC will pick up your application and take you the whole way from there.
Wow. Okay, so my understanding is that there will be frequent calls for applications throughout the year. I'm assuming based on the innovation challenges put forward by the different corporate partners. So tell us about the current call for applications, which I understand, by the way, closes at the end of March. So people should get their skates on.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't want to miss it. So the current call for applications is all around digital transformation. And that term gets bandied around a lot, and it means many, many different things to different organizations. No company is unaffected by it, and it's timeless and it's imperative and it's right now. But what it doesn't mean is we're not looking for SMEs to have end-to-end solutions to completely transform a big corporate. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for really creative, innovative solutions that might help solve a challenge that a corporate is struggling with or enhance the way a corporate currently works. Our corporates are from a really wide range of sectors, so they're not all technology corporates either. They've just got digital innovation challenges that they're looking to solve, and they're wanting to invest in new ideas.
Oh, super. So we could be talking about companies developing solutions using AI or IoT, addressing challenges like process automation, big data, remote working, for example. Liz, speaking of which, actually, there was a pretty extensive pilot run last year, which proved the concept of the Innovation Exchange and saw some really impressive results. Could you share some of the highlights with us this morning?
Yeah, of course. Well, there's so many highlights, and we have a whole load of pilots running with SMEs and corporates at the moment. So I know we only have a small amount of time this morning. I'll just share one example between one of our SMEs and one of our corporates, between Glanbia and an SME called Tigam. Tigam have proprietary software where they look at translating, I guess, difficult jargon, which is on packaging and labeling, into plain English. And when you look at an organization like Glanbia, that's a really interesting space as they try and demystify ingredients and pharmaceutical listings for their B2C audience. And so Tigam have just started a pilot with them now of looking how Glanbia might be able to diversify their product packaging and labeling to reach new markets and expand. So that's a really exciting one to follow.
Oh, wow. Well, to be honest with you, I'm completely sold on this. Has been a fantastic initiative for SMEs looking to build their sales pipeline. So what about the other side of the equation, the buyers? What's the appetite for an innovation marketplace from the bigger, more established businesses?
Well, of course, it's not all about the SMEs, even though there's an awful lot of value for the SMEs and it's really tangible for them and you can see why the interest is there. But the corporates are benefiting way more than they anticipated. We had 8 of them joined us in a pilot, and I'm delighted to say they're going to stay on board for 2022. And they do include the likes of Glanbia, Microsoft, IBM, Cisco, Explio, Ryanair, Paddy Power. And we're looking for new corporates for this year as well. And we have an open invite for them to join the program as well, which they can do on the website. But in terms of what's in it for corporates right now, it's a really super competitive landscape for corporates. They're not immune to that. Technology moves so fast and they have to stay ahead and keep up in line with their peers and of course, exceed them as well. And they have internal solid innovation teams and functions which work really well, but they're always looking for new ways of innovating and alternative models and methods of innovating on top of the way that they already work. And that innovation acceleration is happening right across industry at the moment. And they're leveraging the Innovation Exchange as part of their corporate strategy as to how they innovate, which is really exciting outcome from the program. And I think for corporates, really, there's an opportunity cost of not joining the program. Their competitors will get ahead. They have this ability to leverage the SME landscape, but we help them to navigate that SME landscape, which is really difficult when you're a corporate and you're trying to look at what's out in the potential supplier landscape for you. So certainly it's helping them to speed up and diversify their ability to innovate, which is really exciting.
Wow, sounds like a no-brainer for big businesses too. So I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap it up there, Liz. But thank you so much for highlighting this very real business development opportunity to funding and scaling this morning. So yes, anybody on the call that can deliver digital transformation solutions, get on to the innovationexchange.ie and apply to be part of this before the end of March and accelerate commercial success at your business. Back to you, Heidi.
Oh my gosh, that is just so inspirational and compelling to all of you who believe you have that piece of digital transformation technology. As Liz said, you just need to keep the open mind and who knows what will land. The enormity of the opportunity and fast tracking to the right access within weeks to the right buyer in a major corporate brand. Gosh, where would you get that?